Mike with Pine Ridge Garage. Welcome back. Here we're going to be doing showing the fabrication of this plow for my John Deere 2025 tractor. It was a good build, and so I just wanted all I've got is photographs, so I just want to walk you through what we did to build this and show you what this is all about. It's been a really good plow and works really good for this time of year. So this is the first one. I bought two plows. This is the first one, and what I had to do with this one was this was a 7-foot plow, and on the sides I had to cut 6 inches off of each side, and you can see there where I've put primer back up after I done welding, cutting and welding. In the middle there I had to do a couple little patch panels where it had cracked and had some issues, so patch paneled that and flipped the cutting edge back. That's worked out really well. This plow is actually in pretty good shape overall. It was already painted, the yellow and the black on the A-frame, and so in general it was a really good plow. Here you can see the patch panels that I did. I built a pipe for the bottom of this one, and you can see that I've welded it on in place. Here you can see I've got the plow flipped upside down. I put the pipe on the bottom of it. Here, and again, this is the plow that's for my friend. He also has a John Deere tractor, and this has worked out really well for him also. Here you can see that I fabricated the plates that mount to the tractor, and then the plow mounts to this. Got them in primer. They're good. Here I've got it hooked up to my tractor with the hoses, making sure it all works before I hand it off to my buddy. The next plow you're going to see here is the one that I built for myself. Second plow, it was a 6-foot plow, and definitely in a little rougher shape. As you can see here, the moldboard was pretty rusty. Took off the cutting edge, and in behind it was real rusty, so had to do a bunch of work on that, and so that's what I did. Is I disassembled it and proceeded to cut a section of the bottom of this board of the plow out. Here's another view of the plow. The A-frame definitely had been welded on, but it was still good shape. Cylinders were still there, so I had that to work with. Another view of the plow. Here you can see I've cut out the bottom of the board of the plow, and the frame was still there, so cut that out and was getting ready to. So I fabricated a piece of steel to fit back in there. Here you can just see here I've got it welded in and primered up. As you can see, it's definitely was pretty rusty, mostly surface rust. Here I was making a pipe for the bottom of the plow, put it in a vise and slid a slot in it so that it can pound it up on the cutting edge of the plow. Here you can see I've got it on. I've welded the tab brackets on it, and everything's primered up. These are the mounting brackets that mount to the tractor. They're buy the blank plate for either a John Deere or skid steer style quick connect to the tractor. Then you can see the angle iron and the flat plates that I welded on, as well as a piece of channel at the top for my chain hookup. Wanted to hook this up to the A-frame with hitch pins. This would allow the plow to be able to have some pivot movement when plowing the ground. Here you can see it mounted up on the tractor with a chain that allows it to, so to speak, go up and down independent of the loader itself. Works out really well. Got the cylinders installed, hoses. I was bleeding everything out. I filled the cylinders up with oil ahead of time. Had to get one new cylinder, the one that's closest to us. That's a brand new cylinder. The other one just didn't work. And so here we've got it up on the tractor. Tested out and ready. Here I ran the hoses up and over along the loader frame arms, zip tied them up there, and then they went down to the manifold connections on the tractor that's under the footwell step. Here you can see where the connections are made up underneath where connections are for the bucket. Here I've got it on, out testing it. And you can see it goes left and right with the joystick on the tractor, which really works out well instead of having to do it manually. But that could be done too. We can just do a manual pin, where you put a pin in instead of the cylinders. Cost for the cylinders and the hoses and a little extra money, but kind of worth it, I think. But you can definitely do it without doing the hydraulics. Then you don't have to mess with changing hydraulics when you want to plow. So that was all last year, building that plow, and plowed all winter last year with it and worked really good. So this year I decided to take it all back apart, sandblast it. As you can see here, I've used my hoist to make some hangers and got everything hung. And you can also see I had a mower deck for a garden tractor hanging there also that I had sandblasted. So everything's hanging there, springs, A-frame brackets, and the plow. Then I proceeded here to get it all in primer. Sprayed that, used tractor primer. It's a oil-based enamel, really good primer. Primered the cutting edge as well as the quick attach bracket here. Plow itself is primered. I did a combination of spraying and used a roller to get a good thick. Here I'm applying the paint, both with spray as well as rolling. I painted the A-frame and main brackets green. Here you can see I'm starting to assemble it. There you can see the green A-frame and quick attach. Cylinders are all on, springs, shoes, and it's assembled there. I will show you a short clip of it hooked up with hoses and plowing here shortly. So this really is worked out, much better plow than what it was. now that it's all painted, I should say. And I like the looks of it.
Okay, so that's plowing with the John Deere Utility 2025R. So works really good. This snowplow works really good. Having the hydraulics to turn it just makes it a real easy task, but it's not so bad just to get off and manually turn it either. If you got any questions or comments, please leave the comments down below, and I can answer any questions you might have. But again, this works really well. I do currently have the pipe on the bottom so that it doesn't dig up in the loose stone. We're starting to get some frost in the ground, but the pipe really helps a lot. But yeah, leave me some comments down below. Thanks for watching. So that's the snowplow for the utility tractors. Now, like I say, this is for the John Deere, obviously, but we can make a different plate here for the skid steer style hookup quick connect for like other tractors, Kubota, etc. But anyways, really good plow, and for this size tractor, 6 foot works really good. So thanks for watching. This is again Mike at Pine Ridge Garage. Please hit that like button, subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. Appreciate the support by subscribing, and share this with others. Really appreciate it. Again, have fun while you're getting it done. See ya.